Our eight-legged lady. Company member Kasien has been in communion with the mother of millions and has learned that our eight-legged lady, normally a peaceful spider goddess, has been driven mad, causing this war between the bees and the spiders that the company has gotten caught up in the middle of. Our eight-legged lady has made her lair in Abelia Prem's manor. With the attack on the camp depleting her forces, a group of treasure hunters should be able to penetrate that lair and confront her. But will they try to ease her madness, bringing peace to bees and spiders, or will they destroy her in order to claim her sacred treasures? Your burdens are one, and Vendra, I gather you're spending a voucher for this.
Yes, I do.
All right, so you will not be you will not have to pay any burden spend to come back, and you also get to unmark 2 points of armor for free as well at the end.
Hmm.
And you're also bringing Peter, right? our
I do.
our runaway Kingsguard. Good. I think we'll start there. This is the first time we've gone to the manor grounds at night. It is not nearly as beautiful at nighttime, I wouldn't say. In fact, perhaps the trees that in the day look so green and inviting at night perhaps look like dark sentries looming. You steer clear, give wide berth to a group of dandy vultures mocking you from the trees. You perhaps even steer clear of the green woman statue that plunged Kasien into this sleep, which was so difficult to get lifted. And you make your way up to the manor. The front doors are open. You can see that from the courtyard, perhaps left open by the last treasure hunters to try to go there, try to escape it. Let's just have the scene with everyone kind of in the courtyard, getting ready to enter the manor. Peter is there, this young Kingsguard. He's kind of, he's kind of dressed in his like scale mail, and he has his like traveling cloak on, and his hand is on the hilt of his sword. He hasn't drawn his sword yet. And he says, "Do I understand correctly that we are meant to be facing a god? Surely that's just a rumor, something that people are saying in camp."
If this is the being that we believe it is, then it, then the rumors are to be believed.
What kind of god do you suppose she is?
Spires are known for one thing, first and foremost, trapping things.
And Vendra, do you have any markings on your equipment that indicate that you yourself are connected to spiders and spider gods?
Yeah, I think it's my dress and the patterns on it. It's very intricate webbing.
Peter will have been looking at that, and he's heard stories about you, Vendra, in camp, and he says, "So you didn't know we were going to be attacked by spiders tonight?"
I did not. And when the camera shows her, you can definitely see that she's battered, she's disillusioned, she's not sure what to think. And she says, but our eight-legged lady is a benevolent goddess, so I'm not sure what's actually going on here.
Well, she shows her benevolence in strange ways. I woke up early this evening with two of her children trying to sink their mandibles into me while I slept in my bedroll. Fortunately, I was able to defend myself, rather ably too, I should say. So are we here to kill this goddess?
Do you
I
fancy yourself a god killer, Peter?
I fancy myself someone who wishes to earn their place in the company, and I did not know it was going to be this exciting so early.
Let's put it this way. If you try to kill her right away, you probably won't make it. And she shows him her sword because she low-key threatens him.
So if we are here to treat with this entity, if we are here to put this entity at ease, whatever that means, then why bring me?
Assurance.
Assurance.
I mean, as you insinuated in the discussion of Vindra not knowing that the spiders would be coming to camp, she's acting unpredictably, and it would be nice to have someone who can wield a sword.
As you approach the threshold of the manor, well, really, I'm just curious what your approach is at this point. You have a set goal, which is to confront our eight-legged lady. What is the plan here?
I really like what we've talked about off screen, that Asbel could try to connect with her because some things in the water, as we've
Right.
established.
Because we saw that dryad that was driven mad, right, by the water. We have never really followed up on the water situation either. Rias got close, but we never followed up on it. Interesting. Well, let's just rewind from there, though. Are you just going into the front door, or how are you going to find her?
I think we could use, and that's basically the answer we're giving Peter as well. We could use his skill of tracking.
Ah,
So finding her without being noticed.
I
You
like
know.
that. Vendra, you can take the hunt roll and ask questions, and you can use Peter's skill, but you can ask your questions as you press forward.
So where's she currently?
Yeah.
Is she injured and weak? Is she hiding somewhere? And if there are any signs of that? Okay, so I'm doing a hunt 2 roll. That's a 3.
I will tell you that from the threshold. So Peter says, the only tracks I can see are boot tracks. I don't think spiders wear boots, at least not the ones that attacked us tonight. And he kind of like looks up, looking in through the open doorway of the manor house. He says, "Do you hear that sound?" And if you listen closely, from somewhere deeper on the first floor, maybe just beyond the sort of entry hall, you hear a series of strange noises. Noises of ecstasy, noises of the distinct sound of copulation noises by people, but a little different, a little weird. It has a kind of and then you'll hear a sort of it's all coming from deeper inside. What do you all do?
If I'm trying to think of a place in a manor that one might go to be worshipped, I think the biggest room is probably whatever sort of ballroom
Mm,
or party room happens to be here in the manor. If we want to try and approach that.
I think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
You can all step into the threshold of the foyer, and it's as I've previously described. There's statues around, very, very tall vaulted ceiling, quarter to the left, quarter to the right doors. But directly ahead, there is directly ahead, underneath the stairway that goes up, a large, grand double door entrance into it is a sort of dining room slash ballroom kind of place, right? You would kind of, if you were Abelia Prem's guest, you would come in, you would have a drink, and you would eventually move your way in deeper into the party, right? You can ask questions as you follow up on this instinct, though, Asbel.
Looking in towards the ballroom, does it look like kind of we can get there safely without treading on web?
Yeah, make the roll.
Um, and I'll mark a use of one of my candles. Um, a 6.
Take a token. You light your candle, and that provides better light in the foyer. You had a little bit of moonlight coming in, but now you can kind of see things a little better after your eyes adjust. And everyone, happily, in the foyer, there's no immediate sign of spiders. But I do want to ask a paint the scene question. How can you tell this place has become the nest of a spider goddess?
The area itself is warmer and drier, an environment where spiders would retreat to in order to be more comfortable.
You can see up in the ceilings, these high vaulted ceilings. There's large stretches of web that could be used as like hammocks.
And I think caught in these webs are spirits, maybe even lesser forgotten gods. I'm thinking about, Princess Mononoke,
Mm.
these little tiny guys. Maybe there's some equivalent here.
Oh, she's a goddess, and her as a spider goddess, her webs catch spirits. That's pretty good. I like it. Maybe that's what the wailing and moaning was. Halinka, what are you doing?
I think she's simply uh, once we do see those smaller spirits, I think she's going to try and uh, kind of reach out to one of them, see if she's able to communicate with it to figure out where this goddess is.
I like it. I think the question is asked well enough.
Mhm.
Do you have any skills or equipment that will help you in this hunt roll?
I am assuming that these spirits are innocent, and I have innocent. Why
Oh,
sacrifice covers it.
I like it. Yeah, I think both are fine. Go ahead and make a 2 die hunt roll.
Um, yeah. All right, that is a 4.
Take your token. The spirits, they look vaguely like people. They, but sort of vaguely shaped like people, I should say. There's not a lot of definition in them. And they're kind of all over, right? Up in the niches of the vaulted ceiling and here and there. And they have faces that are not really like people's faces, they're more like masks. And they're all fixed in expressions of despair. And you can approach one of them that is sort of still in the foyer, kind of over by the east hallway, kind of hanging suspended. What do you do or say?
Uh, I think she will approach like the nearest one, kind of slow to the ground. It's like, you poor thing. Who, what did this to you? Where is she?
She was always so kind to us. But now she has forgotten herself. Now we are not but food to her. And all of the spirits, no matter where they're at, they all turn and look towards the entrance of the grand dining room. And you start to hear from the grand dining room, "Oh, oh, oh, does this please you, my lady? Does this please you the way it pleases me?" And another voice, "Yes, yes, we wish to be the first. We wish to be the first of your new children. We will populate the earth with this new kin. Please, take us, fill us all." What are you all doing right now?
So, pitch. I had a hunt token roll over from my last delve, and I have one. And
Mm.
Halinka just got one. Would we like to try and achieve the goal of safe passageway with Vindra being a spiderly envoy?
I'm down for it.
Does that feel like a cool pitch,
Yeah.
Jason, for our
Oh,
3 tokens?
it's the set goal. You can spend any time to
Mhm.
achieve the set goal.
Totally.
Yeah. You don't need to prove it to me.
Are you cool with that, Levi?
Oh yeah.
Then I shall just narrate what you see. Vendra, how are you the envoy? What does that look like?
Um, I'm at the very beginning bit nervous, and I improvise and pick up some of the web and wrap it around me, creating like a cloak.
Yeah.
And then I light a candle and open the door and gesture the others to stay behind for a bit.
When you step inside, Vendra, you can see that the dining room has been kind of tossed, essentially. The table is tipped over, there are chairs slung all over the place. Candelabras are crashed to the floor. Everything is kind of pushed to the side. And in the center of the dining room, there are dozens of people, worshippers, presumably, of our eight-legged lady, engaged in congress with large spiders. There are spiders mounted atop men. There are women being ravaged by spiders. There are spider person three ways going on. Anywhere you can fit a forelimb or a mandible, it's happening. Anywhere, if there's a space on your body to be covered in spider fluid, it's happening. And it's all happening there in the center of the dining room, and no one seems to care that you're in there. Most importantly, however, is our eight-legged lady hanging from the vaulted ceiling of the dining room, spinning from a web like a titanic, ghastly arachnid chandelier. Enormous. You are the length of one of her mandibles. She could eat you in a single bite. If you were to attempt a combat, it would be an endurance 13. What do you do?
I think I enter carefully and whatever's going on still happens. And I try not to be noticed and gesture the others to come in as well. And what I'm trying to look at is how we can get closer to her, to commune with her.
Indeed. I think you're still under the auspice of your hunt token spend, and so you can do whatever you want to do here. She's a goddess. I don't think she communicates in a way that you will readily understand.
Hmm.
Her way of thinking is alien, right? But that doesn't mean you can't take some kind of action still. What is the plan here? Peter will voice that. What is the plan here? Also, this is repellent. This is the kind of pagan nonsense they warned us about in Kingsguard training.
I will admit it is unorthodox.
Unorthodox. Look, look what
Peter,
that man.
gather yourself.
Look what that man is doing with all that spider web.
The quickest way to die is to disparage these pagan rites that you're bothered with. So gather yourself. Now's not the time.
He's spinning webs from his naked body.
Eyes on the prize.
I think Vendra looks at two people and a spider, and she has to focus back on what's going on. Right. Despicable.
What is the plan?
Um, do you want to
I
like create a cleansing source of water or something?
I think so. I was just thinking maybe it could be something like if we can help the spiders that are down here kind of get a hold of themselves, to gain control of themselves. It might, as below, so above, kind of flip that on its head. I I don't have a specific ritual to do with the water, but I'm happy to put my ritual skill to the test to do something.
I will take any interesting plan that you can justify with either your skills or equipment.
Mm.
In terms of delivery, this room is covered in cobwebs. I would love to try and do a ritual to almost simulate rain by sending water up into the web and having it kind of drip down onto the whole affair.
Interesting. Okay, I'm
Um,
intrigued. Um,
yeah,
what else? How might your companions help? What do you all have here that might be of use?
Uh, since I assume Asbel's rituals are a little bit more unusual, uh, Kalinka will implement her sacrifice skill. Uh, perhaps with how brutal that she is right now, she might appreciate like just a couple drops of blood.
Oh, I see. So we've got we've got water from this chalice, this magic chalice. We have blood.
would here's a pitch for Vindra.
Mhm.
Would Vindra possibly be able to be the one to offer the blood since she's a worshiper who has, like a spider worshiper who has her wits about her in the space to a certain extent?
Oh,
Mm,
that's interesting. Yeah,
that's
there's more of
very
a
good.
connection
I like
there.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
maybe like a memory of like her, like the way she used to be, or something, or like something
Like
like
Ooh,
that.
weaving or something, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. So maybe like Halinka can help with that, right? Halinka can help
yeah.
extract said blood.
Mhm.
So the idea then is to create this flow of magical water, mingle it with, because you're thinking that it's the water of this place that caused this to happen, right? It's happened to the trees.
Yeah.
Um, it it could well be that the spiders that were here became affected by it, and eventually that just drew the eight-legged lady's attention, and now she's affected by it. It's really interesting. So you are going to present purified water that has been cut with the blood of a true believer, a true follower, as a way of cleansing the malady. I think that's really interesting, actually. This idea of like putting the water in the webs is intriguing. How do you plan to accomplish that?
I think like that's part of the I don't know. Because I'm just trying to imagine a vehicle to deliver it to the spiders, and that seems to be the maybe this is maybe this is asking too much, but maybe I have Dryad. I could bring it upwards, bring the cup upwards with me, or bring someone upwards. I don't know. It might be
What if you
uh,
gave the water to the corrupted
Halinka.
followers? Because the
Oh
people down
yeah,
below are also worshippers, right?
sure.
Yeah. Huh. So like you just sort of
And
administer, you just
they
minister to them basically, right?
sure
I mean, that's an interesting idea.
because they seem to be rather uninterested in our whole deal, just kind of being
Yeah,
like
they're just
existing in
there.
the
They're like
space.
they're caught up in the
So
ecstasy of this moment, right?
yeah, totally.
And yeah, I think it's interesting. There's something almost like very poetic or operatic even about like this situation and you just going from person to person and offering them this magic water essentially to try to like cleanse their minds and thus cleanse their goddess. It's intriguing. Guide us through the risk roll, Asbel. Do you have the text in front of you?
Yes.
And you can take help from the others as needed.
Okay. The risk roll is used for any other dangerous situation where you're not directly exploring the world or engaging in combat. It also creates space for other players and the GM to tell story details and offer. Do we need that part? Or we?
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Do we need that part up there, up top, or
Oh,
just go into the meat of
just
it?
start with what's at stake, yeah, or what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Yeah.
When you attempt a risky task, say what you hope will happen and ask the GM and others what could possibly go wrong, then gather dice.
I think what we can hope for happen is clear enough.
Definitely. Take a light die if the task is something you're skilled at because of your occupation or background. So I have rituals.
We can talk about what could go wrong. So we can still.
Oh yes, definitely.
I mean, my initial instinct is just that you have to fight our eight-legged lady, but maybe there's something more interesting than that. I don't know. Any thoughts, Levi or Michael?
This is a little iffy, but you might get like scratched by one of these spiders, and that will like get a little bit of venom in you, or just like scratch you up a little bit.
Yeah, you become poisoned somehow. You become envenomed somehow. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, Peter might die.
Yeah, might.
Just like a retro.
Sure.
Okay, well, let's see where this goes. All right, gather your dice. You've got one light die because of the chalice, so that's easy.
Yep. And then does anyone have devil's bargains?
I do. So no matter what, you will realize this is a kind of worship and you should participate, tend to a small shrine or whatever you wish to interpret that.
No matter what, the chalice is viewed as an object of religious significance to this order, either because they destroy you because of your temerity, or because it heals their goddess. But in either case, you're going to have to leave it here.
This overlaps a little bit with Michael's, but no matter what, this place will become a shrine to the eight-legged lady that you will be obligated to continuously maintain.
These are all pretty rough.
Oh man, these are all pretty wild. I don't want to lose something from the vault the first time I borrow something from the vault.
I mean, it is kind of a big deal thing for what it's worth, but yeah.
Yeah, totally. I think it's so fun to have it tied into. Yeah, I think it's going to become a giant shrine to the eight-legged lady, this house. I think that's fun.
Fantastic.
Just the idea that she has to, this is part of her gash now, is to care for this house.
Right.
Wild. Okay,
very good. You have two. I think you have to do a dark die here, so
yep.
So we'll roll. If you end up needing a help die from the others, you can take a help die, but for now we'll do 2 light, 1 dark.
Okay. Risk roll. A 6 on a light die.
Wow. Very good.
Okay.
All right, Halinka and Vendra, give me the first part of the scene, the actual preparation of the sacrifice.
If you're okay with this, I think we kind of see the shot of Vendra's hand over the chalice. Vendra, first of the Second Order of Weaver Knights, you offer your body, your soul, to the lady.
I do.
Vendra will cut the back of her hand with her curved ritual knife and just kind of massage it in.
And then, what does the water preparation look like, Asbel?
I think Asbel, she blows out the candle that she's been holding and is holding the chalice in 2 hands as she finds like an area where a little bit of moonlight is still shining in from the window, and kind of just closes her eyes and listens to the ecstasy of it all, and kind of roots herself back in the moment that Vendra and Halinka just had, and she offers the chalice up into the light, and you see that the water starts glowing the same sort of blue as her magic. um and she'll begin to go person to person and carefully offer them some of the water.
Fantastic. As they drink the water, they accept it almost like instinctively, like they believe that you're here just engaging with their ritual they're already doing, right? This is all just a big ecstatic party to them. The spiders don't seem to care. And as the people drink the water, they they begin to realize that they should not be doing what they're doing, and they withdraw as needed, and and begin to kind of like try to gently like cause the spiders to heal as it were. And eventually they all begin to like weep. They begin to like weep in agony and sadness for how their eight-legged lady has gone astray, how they want to help her find her way. And how can you tell it's working? How can you tell they're bringing our eight-legged lady back from the brink of this madness that the goddess was inflicted with?
I think she's been up in the heights of the rafters, and we see as the sound below starts to diminish and change from this like ecstasy to kind of remorse and beautiful mourning for this moment. You see her start to travel down a thread of web down towards the ground.
I think
Fantastic.
also the spirits get released.
Yeah, you start to see them floating like in free. Yeah. Anything to add, Levi?
I think as the moonlight starts to hit her face, the eyes go from that like this like furious black and red to a calmer black with veins of blue.
She is becalmed, and to repay you, she begins to spin her webs of fate, and indeed gifts both Asbel and Halinka, gifts you each with 3 strands of fate, glowing web strands. They are, I guess they have value of sorts. I'm not, their intrinsic value is not really what we're focused on here. It's more the fact that you can use them. They can be used once each, and you can use them to re-roll an entire die roll. You just spend it and re-roll it, and so anyone's die roll. And so you both have those. And Vendra, as the loyal follower who brought her back from the brink, who sought her out to help her, she gifts you with Weaver Knight armor. Weaver Knight armor takes up 1 armor slot as normal, except it can be marked twice. It is woven from a mesh made from her webs. It has other alleged powers as well, but you'll have to experiment to see. So you'll just note it as an armor. It counts against your total of 4 that you can have, but it does have 2 boxes. So I just want to, first of all, confirm that you're all able to pay your burdens before this ends.
I think we'll have to do some hunt rolls.
Yeah. So what are you doing here at the end? As the followers sort of like disperse, as the spiders disperse, she disappears completely. Like you don't see her anymore at all. What are you all doing?
Can I
think
look
Vendra,
amongst?
sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Go.
Vendra is rummaging through the stuff people have left.
Indeed. Ask your questions.
Is there anything valuable left?
Go ahead and make your hunt roll.
Let's see, hunt 2. Because I've got improvisation and
Good.
yeah, let's see. It's a 2, sadly.
I think as you are kind of searching this room, there's a spirit in there, one that did not dissipate or go away as all the rest did. And it says, just to you quietly, Vendra, you must not let them find the banks of the river. And I'm giving you that as an unclearable condition. That command. Its meaning is not entirely clear to you yet, but it is to me. You don't need to find any treasure. You've got vouchers. What are you doing right now, Halinka?
She's going to see if there was anything of value left by the worshippers as basically as an offering.
Right. Yeah. Like something they would have brought. Right. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Make a hunt roll.
All right. Basically just asking if there was anything at all set up like this, and with my skill of rituals, I will add my second die.
Okay, perfect.
That's a 4.
Nice. Take your token. I think you're going to discover that their offering was something a bit more carnal and visceral than money. You'll discover as you sort of search the place. You don't have to go into all the gory details, but you have a token, so that's good.
Maybe this grotesque offering has some jewelry on it, so I will spend that token for some treasure.
I will tell you that you find a very fine silver candelabra that was left over from the dining room, worth 1 gold. What are you doing, Asbel?
Asbel is going to head back out into that first the entrance hall where all those spirits were being kept in the webs, and I think she's like looking around to see if possibly any of them had left something in the web, or even more morbidly, if perhaps a spirit died in the web to take its corpse back.
Yeah. Well, it's a spirit, so that would be kind of weird, but you can go ahead and make your hunt roll in any case.
Sure. And I'm going to use my task serpent to help me.
Not the task serpent.
They've returned. Perhaps this is the day.
You get 2 light dice.
Two light dice.
Actually, if you use the task server, you get an extra light dice. So you could like, if you can work in the second die, you get 3 light dice, right?
Okay. You know what? I'm okay. We'll just rock the 2. I'm okay with a 4. I think that's fine.
Fantastic. Take your token. The terrible. Okay, so you have your token. You can spend it as you wish, but you don't see anything in the webbing. Unfortunately, the task serpent bites you.
Sure.
And you are envenomed. Take that as a condition.
Okay. Does that give me a ruin, or is that just a condition?
No ruin. You just have a condition.
Okay.
You change it into a snake to try, and it just bites you and slithers off.
Yeah. Okay.
Utterly useless item.
And I will spend my hug token to get a gold.
Indeed, you will also find. I think you're going to find a. You're going to find basically there's all these statues of like cloaked women all around. You're going to find a small silver version of the same image, worth 1 gold. With burdens met, a spider goddess appeased and bepeaced or becalmed, that will wrap our delve for the evening. I will see you all. Be sure to pay out your burdens if you haven't done so, and I will see you all back at camp.